Hello, internet friends. It has been a little while since last we were here in front of you. Welcome. This is Quests and Chaos. Thomas is already leaving. He's going to do his tradition. This is his traditional lap. It gets him into character. We are playing Call of Cthulhu. Thank you so much for spending part of your geekend with us. We really appreciate it. It's been a couple weeks. People, real life, Quests and Chaos was off. We're back. Very exciting. We have just a few quick announcements. For that guy on Twitter, those dice you got, those were from Birds of Paradise, not from Quests and Chaos. And Birds of Paradise are the official dice of Quests and Chaos. We rolled them. You should too. You can enter our code at their website, birdsofparadise.va. I don't know. And /3 ampersand. I don't know. But you can enter our code and get cover your shipping, cover your tax. It'll take care of that. You can get yourself some dice. There are all sorts of great dice that are there currently, and I have, the mother of the burbs has all sorts of cool plans. There are things afoot. I just realized that my Zoom here is in speaker view, which is very weird. There we go. Now it's a gallery. Now you're the Hollywood Squares. I have a new computer and some things haven't been configured yet. So I'm, this first time I'm figuring everything out here. Nord Games, our friends at Nord Games, they make great supplements for a not so great game. They will let you play D&D and not give wizards money, and that's reason enough to give them money as it is. They make really cool stuff. Some of the folks on this stream have contributed to their works. They have some really neat books in terms of making 5e monsters more interesting, and letting the DM smile when someone goes, "Oh, it's just a goblin." That is one of their specialties there.
The goblin with a bomb.
I mean, everyone flinches when a bomb gets involved.
They stole that from Icewind Dale, the video game. There were, although I think those were flame arrows. I can't remember.
So just to interject there,
yes.
Ezra. Some of those supplements, like Spectacular Settlements, are system agnostic.
Great point.
They are, they help you craft and create things for many different systems. Good inspiration.
Throw that sucker into your Traveler game.
Ooh.
Actually, a really fun very off topic here, but a really fun Traveler game is taking Traveler and putting it in a medieval world. So like you land on a space, your shuttle lands and they're like peasants and
we went to that planet. I became a god within like 5 minutes because I was the computer hacker.
There's always some.
He's a hacker.
Yep, I had to roll twice. So.
Oh, okay.
But it was all a simulation.
But if there's no computers there.
Nord Games, we have a code with them on their ridiculous URL website, nordgames.gov/ why are we doing this or something? I don't know.
NordGamesLLC.com.
There it is.
3.html.
Is somebody camping on NordGames.com? Is that what it is?
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Well,
somebody wants too much money for it.
So. Yeah, that is
probably the same person who has, what was it? Tiny Swords.
Yeah, oh my god.
Miniswords.com.
Mini Swords.
He watches Quests and Chaos. He's like, gotta get that URL quick.
That's me. I have a whole bunch of URLs. I'm like, why did I think that was a good idea? Like, it's only $7.
So Nord Games, you can go to their website, you can use our code, you get 20% off their stuff. That is always fun. Rachel wants to know if anybody has dangerousoils.com. I only want dangerousoils.edu.
Sure.
I like that.
Sure, buddy.
Teach.
Yeah, it is. It's an
it's really a nonprofit. So
.org. It is surprisingly easy to get a .org URL. Speaking as someone who works in the nonprofit world, we have a week for you. Let's put it that way. Here at Quests and Chaos, Saturdays it's Call of Cthulhu. We're here today. We'll be here next Saturday. And Mondays it's Swords and Sages. Tiana is continuing our wacky exploits. This time we're out of Candlekeep, and we're in a really crappy city.
No, you're not in the really crappy.
Well, that's true. We're not there yet.
I'm accepting bets on whether or not they actually make it to Baldur's Gate on Monday.
We have an ongoing issue with a goose that apparently is the big bad in this whole thing. And I mean, let's be clear, like the goose thing was started, like there's one person to blame for this goose thing. It's not me. No, one player.
Okay, fair.
Is that James?
That would be James, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
I like how I somehow escaped all culpability
Well,
for
all right,
that.
yeah,
I really appreciate that.
You were, in hockey terms, you get the instigator penalty.
Thank you.
I mean, to be fair, the goose initially got annoyed because Dewey slung a knapsack at it off of a tensor's floating disc. So, you throw a knapsack at a goose, they're going to mess your day up.
The only person that actually did damage to this goose had no fault at all. That's what I'm hearing. All right. Follow us down darker trails. I remember.
Oh my. Hold on.
You remember.
That's it. It's the dark trails.
That was a segue like we do on Tuesdays. Whoa, that was rough.
I had completely forgot that I had to click a button at all. So why don't
I didn't see any bits, but maybe you know.
There are indeed bits.
Oh well, let's do the bits before we do the.
We have our trusty leader out there, Slithy Tove, with 1,000 bits. That is 500 for Ezra and his Ezra Needs Bits Fund.
Woohoo!
I don't know what happened to Ezra's bits, but he apparently needs bits. We then have...
I need more bits.
Oh, okay, gotcha. I thought you lost your bits and then something happened. We then have also 500 bits to the players so that they can keep some of that sanity.
Yes, thank you.
I'm really in trouble with Lamarck's theory of use and disuse.
We then outside of that, 24-month subscription from Slithy Tove. So thank you for that. And Van, a lost one with 32.
Wow.
I mean, 32, that's like 20 more than Amy. So I think
and fun fact, Amy's been around longer on this than I have.
Our buddy Seth is right there with her. NGC 457 is 32 months as well.
Oh yeah, nice.
In a row, yeah.
I'd also like to start a new segment here, and that is this is a thank you to our new Patreons, because we have a new Patreon. And I'm only going to do this time, really, because I have to, I probably did something wrong around the house and I need to suck up and get some points somehow. So Squirrel on the Run, our new Patreon, we're so excited. She has already told me that the inspiration will not be going to me.
I mean, obviously.
I told her to give it to the Chaos Agents. I'm saying, do it to the show I'm not on. But
it's worth it right there.
Yeah, that's right.
In addition to Squirrel on the Run, we also have 3 new patrons.
Look at that! Well, thank you.
And they, I will be getting exactly who they are and everything now that I'm back.
Cool.
Well, thank you to all of our Patreons. And just as a reminder, our Patreons get access to the post-game show after all of these. Last Call of Cthulhu for us. What is Swords and Sages? What do we call that one?
Sassy.
It's just late. After
we're
dark.
Tired.
Sassy.
Sassy.
I was gonna say that entire game is After Dark. I don't know if we can use that for the Patreon.
After dark. Yes.
Yeah.
Boy, the after show for that one, I'm starting to feel the 10 o'clock on a Monday. Like.
Yeah, for sure.
I do enjoy the after show on that one though, because it's much more of the GM's brain trust coming together and being like, this worked, this didn't. What can we discuss about this?
Yeah, that's true. It is so. Patreons, we really appreciate you. You build this channel every month, and it means the world to us. Everybody should be in our Discord. If you're listening to this, get in our Discord. It is a fabulous look. I say this every time, but I mean it, and this time I actually mean it. Every one of these shows, and there's 1,000 of them, says our Discord is such a great community. They're lying. It's not. They don't even go in it. Our Discord is a great community, and I actually go in it, so I know. There's all it's a really great source. I use it just to bounce ideas off people, and a lot of people do that in the GM talk. I just really like our Discord. Anyway, follow us down. Oh no, damn it!
Nope. We have Tamago Tora with 500 bits to the Ezra Needs Bits Fund.
Damn it all.
I see people saying I don't use my bits. I used bits last time.
True.
Yeah.
And then we have another 500 from Tamago Tora to help hopefully find some Dream Dynamite.
Yes.
Oh, Dream Dynamite.
Ooh,
like
dreamy.
Yeah.
I like that idea.
The new dating sim?
Are there squeal bits this month?
I don't. We'll have to look in the Discord right during this 45 seconds that we're on this video.
So that's the other thing is Patreons. You get to give either cards or inspiration to one of the games of your choice, so you can actually have an impact on the games and really help the players out, or help the GM out. That's always
or troll the players because I just looked and 2 of the cards given to Swords and Sages were Dangerous Oil and Tonic of Charm.
I mean,
Eagle's Splendor.
Oh, excuse me, princess.
Eagle's Splendor. This is my only legacy.
The new decks are up now on the pinned post for all of you Patreons.
We're gonna change.
Awesome.
We should change the picture of Eagle Splendor to just Alundra's face. That should just be on the card.
Ironically, I can't do that cosplay. I can do a raven, but I don't have eagle feathers.
Just Photoshop it a little. I'm sure it'll be fine.
All right, just take the black and make it white. It'll be fine.
Color it in post. It'll be fine.
Yeah, we'll fix it in post. That's right.
Yeah.
All right.
We then, last one. J Matthews
These turned
85.
into the longest announcements.
I know. He pops in. It's like, what? Oh, Ezra needs bits. Here's 500 bits.
We do also have 2 squeal bits this month.
Just 1 bit, but 500 gold piece.
Ezra needs ice cream cake. Let's see if that would if we're manifesting. If we're just manifesting things here, much more than bits, I need ice cream cake.
I know where you live.
October is around the corner, and
that's true.
I am hoping that I go to Hayward. Or whatever that city is called.
Good Hayward.
Things that go to Hayward. That sounds like a threat.
Now follow us down to darker trails.
Let's go down.
Friends, follow us down darker trails. The musical interlude comes later. All right, so 2 weeks ago, a lot happened. You were sent. You came up with a cockamamie plan to get the child to Ulthuan, the city of cats, and it involved taking your RV and jamming it into the dragon train, the Iron Dragon, which is an actual dragon that is a train that
The RV
roars.
is an actual
It's a
chicken
trained dragon. There we go.
And it roars between Ulthuan and, well, you don't really know where the other end is. And you, so you started out on this journey, and you came upon the train, and through some unfortunate drive rolls, you didn't quite stick the landing on getting the RV into the train car. And so the poor thing has a leg just dragging, like trying to keep up with the train, which goes very quickly. This train is like going modern fast. And the concierge of the train and two of the porters have been trying to, they tried to politely ask you to leave, and you shot at them. So they have now been less politely asking you to leave, and they have been slowly, two of them are pulling the RV off of the train car. And we are in the middle of combat. We ended last episode in initiative. It is round 6 of this fight. There are 3 dragons, one of which is up on the roof, kind of. The concierge came flying back and just breathed fire on Jared and on Susanna and Ramsey, who are on the roof. And then 2 of them, the 2 underlings, are trying to pull the RV off the train as to remove it. And inside, actually, Jared is hanging on to the RV currently, shooting at those guys. Veronica is inside the train car. The cat is now driving the RV, or is trying to. The child is clinging to Veronica's back for dear life. And Elias Jackson is just poking his head out from under the waterbed in the bedroom.
It's a regular mattress. This is where I draw the line.
Out from under where he'd been hiding this whole time, as Veronica clambered out of the RV, she kicked the cabinet door and said, "We're going." And so Elias is finally coming out of there. And that is where the scene is right now. The three train staff are they seem like small kind of anthropomorphic dragons. They have wings, but they have more humanoid body types. They're wearing little train uniforms. The concierge has a tux on. They have whiskers that like hang down off of their snouts. They definitely can breathe fire, and they are definitely very strong. But they've, shotguns seem to affect them. They have definitely been shot. One of them is not at all happy. There is definitely some dark liquid marring the uniform of one of the two attendants. And so round 6, I have Jared with a readied firearm, Susanna with a readied firearm, and Ramsey with a readied firearm.
Yep.
And so I think, Susanna, you're going to go first in that coterie.
Probably, yes.
By the way, our crack research staff has told me there are 2 squeal bits this month. So you guys have 2 squeal bits.
Sweet.
Real quick, my shotgun is actually out of the 2 shots, so I technically don't.
That's true. That's right. Okay, you do not have a readied firearm. You will be reloading this round.
Okay.
All right. So you're on the roof, Susanna, and the concierge just came roaring back super fast and breathed fire on you and Ramsey, and you dodged it and Ramsey didn't.
I did. So as I'm coming out of that roll to get out of the way of the fire, I want to snap my pistol up and shoot at him.
All right. Yeah, that is no problem. Take your, you have quick draw, so that is no problem. So take your shot.
67, regular success.
All right. Oh, wow. It's going to be that kind of night. I just rolled 100 on my dodge roll. So So roll your damage is what I'm saying.
Cool. Ooh, holy shit, that's 11.
All right. So the concierge has already been shot with a shotgun he was the first one shot, and that like made him tumble away. So he comes up and he is clearly not what you'd call a fighter. He breathes fire, and then you shoot at him, and he tries to dodge, and he like veers wildly to the right and runs right into just an oversized, almost comically large cactus that is on the side of the road. Just bam! And the train just keeps roaring on, and like you see like the arms and the legs of this guy like sticking out from behind the cactus.
It's like a Wile E. Coyote cartoon.
He this is why I only work first class. And Ramsey, you have a readied firearm as well. But
Yes.
the guy that you were going to shoot at, well, I mean, you could still shoot at him. It's just a farther shot now.
No. I already.
Now, if you're not shooting, you're going to go on your normal initiative.
Right. No, I was going to shoot, but I can't change my where I'm shooting.
No, you can. Yeah, you can.
I was going to say I was going to. But well, if he's far away, I'm going to get the next one.
All right. So the two attendants are busy pulling the RV. So,
Right, so I'm gonna-
you can take a shot at one of them. Sure.
Exactly. And I have a rifle that I was given, right?
I think it was
Sure.
a rifle. I think
Yeah.
so.
Yeah, because I got both. I mean, I can
I
do
didn't-
both.
I didn't watch the episode that closely.
Yeah.
Sounds right though.
Yeah. So 43. That is that's regular.
Okay, roll your damage.
2d6.
Before you roll your damage, make me a luck roll.
Okay. All right, I can do that.
So, but last time when I shot them, wasn't it specifically
Nah.
to get them? They flew away.
Did not.
From it. They aren't pulling on the legs right now, right?
Yeah, they're dodging up ahead. They're not pulling right now. They're coming back
Okay.
down. You
Okay.
did not get the luck
I
roll.
did not get
All right,
the
so
luck.
you shot the one who is less injured. So roll your damage.
10.
Oh, ow! He did not enjoy that. He is now injured. All right. Now we're gonna go into normal non-readied firearm initiatives. On a 100, the something happens, and then on a 90, the two guys will almost single-mindedly go back to pulling the RV. You know,
Oh, it is that kind of night.
I
Mm.
love
boy.
Birds of Paradise, but
But
oof, they're not doing it for me. I'm going to use one of my
We
inspirations.
love Birds of Paradise tonight.
we're not even a half hour
Ooh.
in and he's using an inspiration.
Yikes.
Woo!
That's why you use the inspiration.
Oh my gosh, we're a half hour in and we're playing the game.
Don't look at me. I usually get my stuff started in 15 minutes.
So these guys tear down, and they give the RV a significant yank. And now you have both legs are now out of the train and are kind of like scrambling along the rail, and the body of the RV is the sticking point trying to get through the door, but the RV is like on its side now, and like the legs are sort of scrambling along as it goes, and they are pulling it out. They seem to be ignoring or not impacted by the wounds that are, I mean, they're clearly wounded, they're bleeding, that sort of thing, but they don't seem to be like, I should take cover, or I should, do first aid. That does not seem to be something they are doing. All right. 90s, 80s, 70s. 70s is
70s.
Jared.
Yeah. I don't quite remember how I'm situated.
Speaking of which, make me a dex roll, as the thing that you are situated on just shifted severely.
You got it.
hold on. No. I would love inspiration for that roll.
Do it.
Oof, all right.
Do it.
Right in there.
I like it.
That should be a roll that I should easily make, but that was borderline off the train. Okay, yeah.
All right, so you slide down the side, like you were basically like leaning over the edge of the RV, shooting down at them. And when the edge of the RV ceased to be the edge of the RV as it got pulled out, you like slide down. You're now in the car. The RV is taking up the whole doorway as it's being pulled out. So you can't actually see those guys right now.
But the important thing is I'm in the car.
Yes,
like if I fall, I'm gonna land inside.
Yes, you will be in the train.
Yeah. I mean, that's the main thing. From where I'm poised, can I start reloading, or should I?
100%. You don't see any dragons, which is a great time to reload.
Yeah, and if I can maneuver to a slightly better, should something happen, I can just drop off and land on the car. I will maneuver.
Yeah, that's no problem. Yeah, before you reload, you're like in one of the corners of the thing. Veronica, you had just made it out the window of the RV.
I was gonna ask, do I also need to make a dex?
No, you had just made it out of the RV, and the child is like holding on for dear life as you come down, and you flop to the ground on the inside the train car, and you have, what do you want to do? The child is not showing any signs of letting go of you.
That's fine. That was the plan, was get him out successfully.
You look back in the window and you see Elias's head.
Just waving like Alondra the player has a really bad idea, but I don't know that Veronica would think of it, is the thing. So
just botch an intelligence roll.
Yeah.
In this house, we believe in bad ideas.
Yes.
They're
okay.
the only ideas.
Okay. Let me talk this through then. So I see that the RV has now like shifted, both legs are out. Okay, this is no longer a viable situation. Sorry in advance, Elias. But the important thing is that I need to make sure that the child is safe, and this is now becoming a liability. So
I'm sure that he understands anything for the child.
For the child.
Now, for those of you that are just joining us or may have forgotten, this child has a power that when you hear its voice, many people are compelled to do anything they can to protect the child. Not among those people currently are Ramsey and Elias, who have not succumbed to the power of the child. Everybody else has succumbed to the power of the child.
I hate this so much. Seeing that the situation,
The GM, that's all you want to hear your players say.
Yeah. I'm going to, because I'm not going to be able to fire my shotgun very well while carrying the child. So instead,
seems like, yeah,
I'm going to reach down into my boot and pull out my K-Bar combat knife that I have from my survivalist dad. I'm going to go